Pennsylvania, 1989, a year marked by a chilling crime that would haunt the community for decades. Rosehnath, a 78-year-old woman, was found murdered in her home. The scene was gruesome, with signs of a violent struggle. Evidence pointed to a struggle. The house was ransacked, belongings strewn everywhere and furniture broken. This pointed to robbery as a possible motive. The community was shaken to its core, unable to comprehend such brutality. Who would do such a thing? The question lingered in the minds of everyone. Despite their best efforts, the police couldn't find the killer. The case went cold. Years turned into decades, and the trail grew colder. The memory of Rosehnath and the horror of her murder lingered. The case remained unsolved, a dark cloud over the town. But detectives never gave up hope. They continued to review the case, hoping for new leads. They knew that one day they might get a break, a new piece of evidence, a fresh perspective, anything that could finally bring justice for Rosehnath. 2024, a year that would bring closure to a case long thought unsolvable. Over 3 decades had passed since Rosehnath's brutal murder shocked the community. The case was cold but never forgotten. Dedicated detectives continued to search for answers. Then, a break came. A man named Michael Bryce was arrested in Ohio, bringing a new twist to the old mystery. He was 65 years old, living a seemingly quiet life. What connected him to a murder from so long ago? The answer lay in the details. Bryce was living in a halfway house, trying to rebuild his life. He thought he had escaped his past, but he was always looking over his shoulder. The past has a way of catching up, no matter how far you run. New technology allowed detectives to re-examine old evidence with fresh eyes. DNA analysis linked Bryce directly to the crime scene, a breakthrough that changed everything. The man who thought he had gotten away with murder was finally caught, facing justice at last. DNA technology has revolutionized crime solving. It's like a fingerprint that can last for decades. In the Rosehnath case, DNA was found on evidence from the crime scene. This evidence had been carefully preserved for over 30 years. When the DNA from the crime scene was compared to Bryce's DNA, it was a match. This was the breakthrough detectives needed. DNA evidence doesn't lie. It helped bring a killer to justice after all these years. Rosehnath's family never gave up hope. They never stopped grieving. Every day they carried the weight of her absence, feeling the void she left behind. They always believed that one day they would have answers. They held on to the belief that justice would prevail and Rose's story would be heard. The arrest of Michael Bryce was bittersweet. It marked a pivotal moment in their long journey, a moment they had both dreaded and anticipated. It brought back the pain of their loss. Memories flooded back and the wound felt fresh again, as if no time had passed. But it also brought a sense of relief. The weight of uncertainty was lifted and they could finally begin to heal. The family thanked the detectives who never gave up on the case. Their perseverance and dedication were a beacon of hope. They expressed gratitude for the advances in technology that made this arrest possible. Without these breakthroughs, they might still be waiting for answers. After more than 30 years, they were finally seeing justice for Rose. The long-awaited closure allowed them to honor her memory with a sense of peace. Michael Bryce is now awaiting trial in Pennsylvania, He faces serious charges, including murder. The evidence against him is strong. The DNA evidence is crucial to the prosecution's case. The trial will be difficult for Rosehnath's family. They will have to relive the tragedy of her death, but they are determined to see justice served. The arrest and upcoming trial offer a powerful reminder. Time may pass, but justice has a long memory. Follow Unforgiven Crimes for more crime stories.